Every time, if you have a Facebook account, you have a Swiggy account, every time you place an order on Swiggy and they have anything to link those accounts, your phone number, your email ID, anything, that information is being shared with Facebook. Why does this happen? Facebook has something known as business tools that they create to help web developers and app developers optimize some of their things. So it could be as simple as putting a like or share button, or it could be, ways of getting analytics on user behavior on your platform. Now, every time they use this, in exchange, Facebook takes data. Now, when you go to turn off Facebook activity, you can do this. Facebook gives you the option. If you go to your privacy settings, you go to your Facebook information of Facebook activity, you can turn it off. Facebook says this. I'm not joking. You can go and try this. Facebook's exact words are, you can turn this off. What will happen is we will stop linking this activity with your Facebook account, but we will still continue to receive this data. So they will not use this data to target advertisement to you, but they will keep it. Let me be very clear. I'll give you guys a case, right? So I once got called in by this lady. She's a chef, right? And she called me saying that I almost just lost 25 lakh rupees. Okay. I met her. We understood the case. We spoke to a banker. This is what happened. Any word, something that you want to use as a password, put it in chat. Come on. Complex, not complex, anything is fine. Okay, so we have a Charlie at the rate 456, right? Capital C. Charlie at the rate 456. Now, if a computer is given free reign to guess this password, Parag, it will have guessed it in 1.14 second. Please understand this. I can set up a fake Wi-Fi where everything you access is open to me. Now, when we actually work with the legal authorities to trace that email, it traced to, I am not joking, an NGO's Wi-Fi. Someone created a fake Gmail account, used an NGO's Wi-Fi to send a defamatory email. Now the NGO people were actually summoned for an interrogation. They were. Obviously, they got cleared later on, but they were interrogated, right? Do you want to be in that position? Keeping your Wi-Fi open can actually lead to that. Now, quick question. If I had to teach you how to do this, right? Could I teach you how to do this in less than 20 seconds? Yes, right? Maybe 30 seconds. I mean, it was simple steps, 2, 3 very simple steps. A big question. Are you guys technically oriented? Do you guys work on technology day in and day out as a part of your job? No, you don't, right? Most of you don't. But if you can learn it in 30 seconds, what about that hardware guy? You give your phone to or your laptop to for repair for 1 or 2 days in a year. You might trust the guy, you know the guy you're giving it to, but can you trust every single one of his employees? Can you trust the guy in whose hand you've given the device? Right? He can open every single one of your passwords. And not just these passwords. If you guys want, even your Windows Wi-Fi passwords are not safe. I can show you how to open those as well. Now, if your phone is stolen and your device is locked and everything else is in place, someone can still remove your SIM and misuse that, right? To make calls, threatening calls, terroristic calls, could be used to make, I don't know, your OTP could probably go on there if they know you. So SIM lock is an option that comes in privacy and settings, which every time you put a SIM in, before your SIM gets activated, it'll ask you for a password. So even if they put it on another phone, you're still safe. Okay, so it's a very good idea to implement a SIM lock as well. There's a question about this, right? Secure storage. Someone had asked a very beautiful question. If I put credentials on my Gmail or if I store documents on, let's say a scanner application, are they safe, right? Short answer, no, right? So your deal with Gmail is this. Gmail is free, but they will read all your emails. This is your deal with Gmail. It's a very simple deal, right? They give it to you for free so they can use it for advertising purposes. They read all your emails. Sometimes an app will take access to your messages just so that OTP it can read automatically. Please understand one thing. All permissions are yes or no. You do not have conditional permissions, which means if you give them permission to read your messages, you give them permission to read all your messages, including your bank OTPs. Please remember this. All right. Now I'm going ahead. net banking, wallets, and cards, right? All right, children's safety. Okay, grooming is a very big concern on social media. A lot of people ask me that, their children are going to go on social media. What are some of the things they need to take care of? They need to understand that grooming is a process where over a course of time, children are made, or adults in some case, are made more comfortable with certain ideas, right? First is sexual purposes. You saw the number of child nudity and cases that we spoke about earlier, right? This is what it links to. It's a alarming number. Terroristic purposes. You saw the blue whale, right? Or Momo challenge. It started with a grooming exercise. Is my last slide, I think. If you guys want to report issues, if it's a criminal issue, a crime has happened, cybercrime.gov.in is the place to report it.